everywhere. That's why you should call this the Gypsy Street, because that's all it is.
But before this was not the Gypsy Street.
No, this is more street.
This, an Irish vibrant street full of Irish culture, heritage, and now look at it. It's full of Romanians, Gypsies, Algerians, anybody but the Irish.
And all the stores are closed.
All the stores.
That's what they did in the city next to mine. They got 4,000 citizens, and then all of a sudden 6,000 to 8,000 illegals come in and start changing it. And then it, you know, because the government's paying the rent, and the rent's tripled, you know what I mean? You're kicking out the citizens, making them homeless. The businesses are going out of business, but as they go out of business, see, the government, the NGOs will give money to the illegal aliens to start their own business. Little by little, the businesses are changing into weird foreign things, and they sell things that I don't even know what they are. I go in, I don't even know what they are. All the signs and everything is put into another language. They all speak 50 different languages too, so it's not like it's not even helping them, the illegals, because some of them, you know, they don't all speak the same language. And yeah, they're trying to right now get the government to take down the signs, like street signs. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you know, you're on Main Street or whatever. Yeah, they want it to be in another language. I guess the predominant language that the illegal aliens have. I can't read anything anymore over there. I can't read anything. It's a joke. Nothing looks like America. It looks like a third world country, is what it looks like.
Weeks, like, you don't need that crap over here, you know what I mean? Them shops are only booming over here because of the people that are flooding into the country, and they're going in, spending the free money that they get in the place and keep their business afloat while Irish business closed down. It's that.
And what's funny is then they put their flags up and mock our American flags, well, they throw their flags all up. That's what really kills me.
Simple. You see, down there is one of the most historic Irish buildings. But still has bullet holes in the pillars from 1916, and there's an Islamic table outside it, and they're preaching this Islamic. We don't want Muhammad, we don't want Islam. It has no place in Western society. We don't want it. It doesn't go with our cultures. It doesn't go with the way we think, the way we live our lives. It's the complete opposite.
You know, these people are receiving citizenship once they get into Ireland.
Well, so they say. We've no proof of it yet, but they are coming in. If they come into the country, they're getting put into these iPass centres for maybe 2-3 months. They're going out and then they're getting all the documentation. But how are they getting into the country without documentation? Everybody's meant to be vetted coming in. But sure, your man who stabbed or who kidnapped that girl there the other day, he's only in the country 2 days. He's 19 previous convictions in the UK. Was he vetted? Because I'm pretty sure we don't let murderers and rapists and kidnappers into the country. So how did he get into the country? Why is there not been more stringent border control? Why are we not just locking the place down?
So how are hundreds of thousands of people coming into Ireland? First, for an illegal immigrant to enter into Ireland, they have to pass through all of Europe, and then they typically go from Scotland on a boat or ferry into Northern Ireland, which is a completely different country than Ireland, and then from Northern Ireland they get on a taxi or on a bus or in their own car to the border of Ireland, and they cross into the country from there. This is what the border protection looks like in Ireland. And there's absolutely no border patrol. And if I want to go into Northern Ireland, I do not need my passport, my identification, anything like that. I can literally step right on here, and I'm here in Northern Ireland. Because of an agreement made called the Good Friday Agreement in 1998, it ensured that there would be an open border between Northern Ireland and Ireland, so people can flow right through here without even getting checked, no customs whatsoever. Anybody can come into Ireland from Northern Ireland. Do you think there should be a border patrol, or? No.
There used to be customs and there used to be border posts.
There used to be customs?
Yeah.
But now there's not?
No.
Anybody can come through the border in Ireland? Say you were a migrant fleeing a country like, let's say, Syria, and you make it to the United Kingdom, you can go to Northern Ireland.
It all depends which way you go. It is possible.
And then you can just make your way right into Ireland without getting checked.
Yeah, well, you can see this road here, there's no checks on this.
Do you find it strange that there's no border patrol here at the border?
It's been like that so long, no.
And now do you think there should be a border patrol here, or do you think times have changed, and would you like to see a border patrol here now?
No, Ireland should be, it's an island and it shouldn't really be divided.
And do you think it was intended for the borders to be welcoming to anybody?
It was just open for people so that you can go from north to south.
Now do you think it's kind of...
so funny. Like these people, do they understand there's 7 billion people on the planet? At least 2 billion people on the planet, because there's probably 8 billion by now. 2 billion of them are poor. I mean, they're like, they live in a little island. Yeah, I think 2 billion people should be able to come to my country. I mean, if they need to, if they need a better life. Because our little tiny island can handle 2 billion people. Like, what is wrong with these people? Do they just think that there's only 10 people in the other countries or something? I don't understand. Do they understand there's 8 billion people in the world? At least 2 billion of them are poor. Do they get that? Do they understand that number? I don't get it. I just moved my camera now.
And concerning now that Ireland is receiving a lot of illegal migrants, do you think that is concerning that anybody can come through the border?
No, I think that's an issue that every country has. It doesn't make Ireland any different. It is just an issue.
It's like they're immigrants, they're illegal aliens. Like they haven't double, triple, 10 times. They're like 10,000 more times than what they used to have. It's not like some small increase. These people are insane. They don't even have enough houses for Irish people, and yet they're like, this lady's like, yeah, we should bring in 10 million. Bring in a couple million. Don't worry about it. We don't have houses for our own people. Bring them in so they can all be homeless.
When they made the Good Friday Agreement, do you think they intended it for just Northern Islanders and Ireland to go through, or do you think they knew that it would eventually become an open door for the entire world to come into Ireland?
I think it was more about trying to bring peace in Northern Ireland. It wasn't about borders or immigrants or anything. It was just about trying to put a stop to people losing their lives.
And now the border is just kind of getting abused as time has gone on.
Yeah.
And just to make sure that there is actually no border patrol here in Ireland, we're coming across another border entry point. We're going into Northern Ireland right now, and there is no border patrol. And we just entered right into Northern Ireland. Nobody checks for our passports. Nobody checks for our documentations. Anybody can go in and out of Ireland.
And they get $5,000 from the government right off the bat. Before they give you free food, free electric, water, housing, schools, college, and everything else, and a free salary every week, even though you don't have to work. Yeah, right off the bat, you get to $5,000.
Northern Ireland, completely different countries without even being checked. We headed to Belfast as people from Ireland and North Ireland had joined together in a protest over mass migration. And right now here in Belfast, you have two groups of protesters. You have a group of people that are anti-mass immigration, and then right here you have another group of people that are for immigration, and they have signs that say, fascists scum out, refugees welcome, and in between them, you have the police making sure they do not collide. It's real interesting. We're going to see what happens here in Belfast. Who's considered a fascist scum here?
So the far-right scum are, people who are very vehemently anti-immigration, anti-LGBT, and just, oppressive of people's rights. And
if somebody is anti-mass immigration, does that make them a far-right Nazi? How has mass immigration affected Ireland?
The streets are unsafe, usually look forward to your kids going out weekends, maybe hitting the west of Ireland, do a bit of camping. Not now. No child is safe to walk the streets in Ireland now. For the first time in living memory, we have priests in Donegal telling the congregation not to walk out at night time if you're a girl or if you're a woman. It is unsafe. We have women being raped in rural towns in Ireland. We have gang rapes happen here in Ireland. We have Palestinian men here who land in the...
They keep censoring it. He's saying rape, okay? And the reason why they censor rape, right? Why would they censor it? Because they don't want you to hear the story. That's how you know what's happening in the world. If they're censoring the word rape, all that means is there's a whole bunch of rape going on and they don't want you to know about it. And the way they're going to make sure that you don't know about it is even people trying to report it can't even say it because they'll be censored. That's how you know there's a lot of rape going on. Otherwise, why are you censoring it?
Belfast, and 3 weeks later think they can 15-year-old kids in West Belfast. This is what's happened with immigration here in Ireland. It's not what the world's being told. They are not refugees. The Irish government themselves has said 87% of these people are economic migrants. We know people are landing here without passports because most of them are in jail now. We have criminals in the jail now from Sierra Leone who are wanted for mass murder, cannibalism, and so let's speak about immigration. Let's speak about immigration. Let's speak about the crime wave in Ireland, and you'll know why we're here. We're not here because we're anti-black, blue, green, whatever colour you like. We're here because of the crime wave in Ireland. That's the only reason why we're here.
We were just talking to the people on the other side of the protest, and your guys' sign says migrants welcome, races out. What makes you guys against stopping mass migration here in Ireland and Northern Ireland?
I think we're just supporting migration at this point. Like, you know, we're supporting policies for, rather than blaming people who didn't cause a crisis, we're trying to support people, and that means jobs, houses, homes, communities.
What's funny is they always change the argument, just like with the CO2. No one argues that CO2 is a is a greenhouse gas and gives a greenhouse gas effects. Nobody argues that, but they pretend that's what the argument is. The real argument is CO2 is 0.04% of the atmosphere, and at that low concentration, the greenhouse gas effects are freaking negligible, basically zero at that point. That's the argument, but you never hear that argument, do you? Just like these people. Oh, we have to have migrants, and we want aliens coming to our country, and the other people, they don't want that. That is not the argument, okay? Both sides want immigration, okay? One side just wants to vet them and not have billions of people come into their country all at once that all want to be paid money and supported financially. And the other group just wants 2 billion poor people so there's probably about 2 billion poor people in the world. They want them all to come to this little tiny island and give them all money to support them financially. That's crazy. Just like the abortion thing. That's all I hear is, well, I just think that people, if they get raped or they, incest, they should be able to have a abortion. No one's arguing that. There is no side that wants to get rid of abortion. No side. The right wants to have abortion for rape, incest, and the life of the mother, and the other side, at most, okay? So they want abortion, okay? They just want it restricted to those three things. Whereas the left wants zero restrictions. But both sides want abortion. Neither side wants to get rid of abortion. But yet they change the argument, just like nobody wants to stop immigration. They just want to stop criminals from coming in. They want to vet the people, okay? But they change the argument. Oh, they just don't want abortion. No, bullshit. They don't want immigration. No, that's a lie. Oh, they just don't believe greenhouse effects happen with greenhouse gases. No, that's a lie. We all believe in that. We just believe that if you throw one molecule of CO2 into the atmosphere, it doesn't boil the planet away. That's the argument.
People working together. Those people on the other side are not doing that there. What they're doing is scapegoat people.
Yeah, so what do you think about the other protesters on that side that are protesting against mass migration? What do you think about that?
I think they're blaming the wrong people. They are blaming people who are victims of crisis, not the cause of it.
And do you think Ireland should be worried about receiving so many immigrants into the country over the past 4 years?
It's a tiny percentage. It's obviously increased, but it's a tiny percentage. It's being made into this huge thing that it isn't, and they're doing it deliberately at a time.
Literally 20% of all European nations, all the first world countries, France, Germany, Switzerland, UK, all them people in between those countries, they're all 20% right now. 20% illegal aliens in the country. What do you think is going to happen? And it keeps getting more, it exponentially rises more and more and more. The rate they come in just gets more and more and more and more. There's 2 billion poor people in the world. When will it end? Never, according to this guy, or you're a bad person.
Time when there's an economic crisis, so they can distract from what they want to do, which is slash jobs, put housing in the private sector, so it's run for profit, not for social need. And by doing that then they have to blame somebody. They're not blaming the right people, and that's the problem.
Will you vote for Conor McGregor?
Yes.
And what makes you want to vote for Conor McGregor?
He speaks the truth. Well, you may not like the messenger, but he speaks the truth.
And do you currently trust the current government of Ireland?
No. No. All these governments are corrupt.
When Conor McGregor went to the White House, he directly called out the current government for the current state of affairs in Ireland, listen to what he says, and then wait for the immediate political attacks that happen right after from the Irish government coming after Conor McGregor.
It's high time